All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Kwasi. I'm here with a lot of excitement to share and to impact, and then to share my 2 cents to help, to educate, to help people uh, earn a living through content creation. So if you are joining us and you are into content creation, you are in the right place. And this is also not, I must say, this is not a crypto training or anything of that sort. I'm not a big fan of it, but I know people are making it. So if you're thinking that, oh, this is a crypto training, once you hear from smartphone to phone, this is different. This is going to really strictly be on um, getting your phone to learn digital skills, and out of it, you earn money. This program is really part of our strategy to create awareness for our upcoming event that is going to be on the 31st of July. We are having a Creators Economy Conference where we are bringing together content creators who are looking forward to earn money through living and earn a living through content creation. So basically, this is what we are trying to put together. Join us. The presentation would not really last long. We'll do this quickly. I'll take your questions. Stay with me as I go through. All right. So the idea of earning from smartphone to income came to me this year, maybe around last year, that I wanted to create a system where I can just help people use their phone. Because looking at my story, I went through a similar thing myself. I was posted 5 years ago to a village and I wanted to make a living. There was nothing that I could do than to also look at how can I earn online. The next thing that occurred to me is that I realized I had a phone. And the backstory is that I attended University of Cape Coast 2010 2014. When I attended, one of the things that happened to me was that I was so broke that I couldn't pay my fees sometimes. Like I didn't have uh, the luxury of being in hostels, but I had a phone. I had a full access to the internet at that time at the school, but I couldn't make good use of it because I didn't know that I can have when I have access to phone, a smartphone, and then uh, uh, an internet, I can do something out of it. So it is because of this that I started trying to put myself together using my phone to study. So the first course that I did was the digital analytics. I did IT support. I did other courses there and there, and then I happened to chance on digital marketing, and then out of it, I've been able to create a brand for myself, and then I've been able to also earn a living aside that. So let's go into the what we have here. Yes. So what do you use your phone for? That's the question I want to ask. What do you use your phone for? If you are here, mostly we use our phone to uh, to WhatsApp, to watch TikToks, to watch Facebook, to watch Instagram, to watch YouTube, to sometimes play games. All these activities has one thing in common. It looks like you are using your time to do something. You are engaging in an activity where your time is being consumed. Like if you're WhatsApping, it's taking a little bit of your time. If you're on TikTok, it's also taking a little bit of your time. Facebook, connecting with friends, Instagram, watching pictures. These are all activities that take a bit of your time. So if you agree with me, activities that take a bit of your time do not really help you much. You get it? So today we want to jump into some activities that you can also use as a content creator and move away from consuming to adding value to your life. Would you believe I say that your phone can help you get a job? Would you believe? Do you believe that if I say your phone can help you build a business? Would you believe if I say your phone that you're holding in your hands currently can help you learn a skill, can help you find a client? Would you believe if I say that your phone can help you make money? Well, if you do believe you are in the right place, if you don't believe to, if you stick around, I can prove to you that this thing can happen to you by just using your phone. Many a times we complain that we don't have time, but the same time we use in consuming content, same time we use in watching TikTok can be used to learn. All right. So that just yesterday, I had the opportunity to meet a student who, for whatever reason, was stranded. He couldn't pay his fees because he didn't have parents who had money to pay. And the school that I go to now, doing my master's in is the University of Education, and they've published a deadline that if you don't pay your fees, your student account will be deactivated. And he was so worried. And as we were talking, that's normally that's what I do nowadays. I ask him, what phone do you use? And surprisingly, he pulled up an iPhone 15. You know, the issue is not the type of phone that he used, but the issue is not knowing the opportunity you have in your hands. When I started creating content 3 years ago, the phone that I had was Samsung A12, and I'm even using Samsung A15. This is what I've been able to build a brand for myself on LinkedIn. I've been able to build a brand for to 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 connect and to create impact that I'm creating. So imagine having a powerful tool like uh, uh, having a powerful tool like iPhone 15 and you cannot make good use of it. It's really saddening me. Most of us are having powerful devices, but only 10% are using it to their fullest potential. So this story really got to me, and I started to think about it. You know, the real problem is that people think that they need money to start business. They think that, oh, I need money if I want to do any business or if I want to learn any skill while I'm in school or I'm doing my 9 to 5 to have a side hustle. They think that I need money to start. I need some capital. You know, when I started doing entrepreneurship, I feel woefully in entrepreneurship because all the business I try to create, when I start, it works. But anytime I bring somebody on board, some way or the other, the business collapses. I had the transport business, I have one money business. All didn't work because the only skill I thought I needed was to have money. But the truth of the matter is that you need skills before you can earn a living. You know, income actually follow money, follow value. Pardon me. You know, your value comes when you understand what you are doing. You have the knowledge, you have the information. It's not necessarily having a capital. So we can give you a house full of money if you don't have the skill, the information, or the knowledge needed. Trust you me, you're going to waste it all. So what you need is not money to start, but what you need is actually having the skill set that is needed to create value, and value will come to the money. Yeah. All right. So there is something that I shared with him, and I learned it from Alex Nomozi. He says that if you're confused, you don't know where to start, the first thing you need to do as a person is to build capacity. If you don't know what to do in life, if you don't know what to do, you're stuck, you don't know where to be, you are in between jobs, you want to move on and become one of the best in whatever you are stuck, you don't know anything to do. The first thing you need to do is to learn. Learn a skill, improve yourself, build up yourself, start reading, practicing, and gaining experiences. The more capable you become, the more opportunities you attract. One of the things that I've seen is that people don't just call people for jobs, they call people who are an expert, who are valuable at something. So the fact that you don't have anything is a sign that you need to build yourself up and build capacity. You understand? So I call this the capacity principle. You are stuck, you are listening to me, you are stuck, you don't know what to do, whatever you are doing is stuck, you don't know your left to right, you want to choose a career, you don't know how to do it, you want to earn a living, you are looking for a job. It's a sign that you are lacking capacity. It's not potential, but you are lacking. So the first thing I want you to do is that sit down and start to build yourself up, learn, improve yourself. Self-development and personal development is key to a person who wants to improve his or herself. All right. So the formula is very simple. If you want to succeed in anything and you have zero skills, you have zero opportunity, you are starting with zero, The first thing I want to do is to build capacity in any form. The Bible says wherever there is labor, there is profit. So you build capacity, then you create value. The value you create will attract opportunity. The opportunity you create will bring the income. So let's take it again. Build capacity, create value with the capacity you build, attract opportunity, and earn income. So this is what I just want you to do. This is a formula I want you to do. And the world has changed so much that at first, you need to move on to understand that world has changed. At first, you needed to go to school, make good grades, and get a job. That was the formula. The moment you have been to secondary school, you are good to get a job. Then it moved to a certain where immediately you go to university, you have a job. Then it has moved to a place where I remember those times when you had first class, you are automatically given a job. And then it moved to a session where you don't only have to get first class, but you must go to a prominent university. So the Ivy League and the best premium universities in the world were producing the best talent. To a point where now you don't need to just go to school and get a first class or go to an Ivy League school. You needed to have a master's. Have a master's. And at that point, you move from just having a master's to having business administration. So a lot of people were going to business administration and all that. And then COVID hit. Immediately COVID hit, and the world was kind of put to a halt. Now the creators started emerging. You couldn't go to work, but if you could write online, you were made valuable, and people were calling for your services. If you could design, and then the introduction of social media also created more jobs and availability. And now, if you are not on social media or you don't even understand what the internet is, you are missing out a lot. So now the world has changed to a point where companies are not looking for people with certificates again, but they're looking for people with skill, a certain level of skill set. Now companies are hiring people who can write. That's where content creators and content writers and copywriters are in. Who can design, who can use visuals to communicate, people who can create and edit videos, who can manage and build brands, who can use AI tools, who can do a lot of things on the internet, web designing and all that. But the good news is that with all the skills that the current world demands, you can just use your phone to learn them. You don't need to go and have a supercomputer because the phone you have is equal to a laptop or the then supercomputer then. It has a lot of processing units that if you can tap into it, you will earn a lot. So this is how the world has been, and this is what the world has developed to. So the good news is that you can use your own phone to build capacity. I want to walk through some of the skills that you can learn to build value for yourself. The first skills I want you to learn, if you are stuck, you're looking for opportunity, and you want to tap into the digital skills in the world, is learning how to write. Become a content creator. Anybody dependent on your, not dependent on the kind of certificate you have, can write online. You can write about your field, but you need to understand how to write online. When you learn how to write, it opens a whole lot of doors for you. If you want to learn how to code, learn how to write on the internet. If whatever skills you want to, the first skill I want to introduce is content writing. It can help you create blog posts. It can help you create your LinkedIn post. We'll get to LinkedIn later. Newsletter about your work. And some of the tools I want to introduce to you are very simple ones that you can even download on your phone. So for me, I use Google Docs a lot because when I write, I keep it there. And wherever you are, you can log in and I have access to it. ChatGPT is free. Grammarly, it has a free version that you can equally use. It can also help you start earning potentially by freelancing. Okay. So once you are learning the skills, you can equally go ahead and be freelancing. You can get agency work. It can even help you position you in a corporate communication. We are in the communication era. So anybody who can write clearly and articulately and have a certain level of understanding of how to write, people want to hire your services. So these are the skills that you should learn. The first skill is content writing. The second skill I want you to learn is social media management. The world is now full of, the world has moved from just being on the internet to the socials. The socials are one of the things that is changing the way we react or relate or interact with the with people online. So if you are here and you know how to manage social media, create accounts, manage posts, help companies gain followers, help companies respond to customers, you have a very valuable skill. And you don't need much. All you need will be Canva. Buffer. Buffer is the operating system, that's the app that's going to help you post in multiple accounts. And then Meta Business Suite, you can manage different Facebook or Instagram accounts. These things can also help. You can have monthly retainers where people can ask you, oh, can you come and help me manage my account? Or you can even go around and look for accounts and send them, oh, I've seen that you have a Facebook account, or you have a WhatsApp account, or you have whatever account. I can help manage for you. I can do one month for free. You know, when you show them the value, they can then buy into what you are selling. So social media management is also another skill that I want you to learn. A third skill I want you to learn, so you can even decide not to choose any, but start from one stage. So the first stage is that you want to learn how to write captions, to capture, how to understand the psychology of getting people to click and all those things. Then you move on to social media management. And the third skill you can add to your skill stack will be graphic designing. Well, now with the help of AI, you can create designs easily. And you must understand that designing is communicating. So if you can create flyers, posters, social media graphics, you are a very variable person. And you can learn it from scratch. There are a lot of tools that you can learn. When you join the Creators Economy Conference, we will take you through other things that you can learn as well. You can learn from apps that are available or learning sites that are available. I'll share all that with you. The next thing is that the tools you will need are not much. You can download them. You need Canva, Adobe Express. It can also help you get design for people. You can start designing for people for free. When you improve and get testimony, you can share them, and then you can start to earn a living out. The next skill that is also vital in this era is video editing skill. Reels and TikTok videos are dominating. So any company or any brand that wants to capture the larger audience are investing heavily in video editing. Okay, so video marketing is something you must also look at. It completely dominates the internet now. Wherever you are, people would like to watch and to read. So if you can edit videos, it can also create potential income for you, and you don't need to struggle. Let's move on to the next one. Personal branding is also a skill. The most underrated asset that anybody can have is building a brand. Immediately you are able to understand the skill of building a brand for yourself, you get noticed easily, you build enough credibility. That is where you start to attract opportunity. You know, it's not something that is just there that you can just say, oh, my work will talk for itself. It is an intentional act. You understand? So having an online presence is an intentional act you can put yourself into, strategize and because for me, I used to work in a village, but my ability to understand what personal branding is has repositioned me in a different light. I get noticed easily, I build credibility, I get invitation easily. So I want you to understand that personal branding is a skill that you must have as a person. It's not a skill that you want to hire somebody to come and do for you, but it's a skill you must understand yourself. You understand? Yeah. So let's go to the last skill. Okay, let's go to one thing that I want to talk about. No matter your skill set, no matter your value, there are certain places and certain rooms if you are not in, you will not get certain opportunities. That is why LinkedIn is so important today. LinkedIn is not just a social media. I don't see it as a social media, but it's an opportunity tool. Because the people on LinkedIn have a certain kind of mentality that can easily help spot your talent and your value, especially when you are sharing and putting yourself out there. People on LinkedIn use LinkedIn now to find jobs. Recruiters use LinkedIn to hire. There's a large opportunity to network. We have LinkedIn Learning, and then the post that comes on LinkedIn also help you learn a lot from people who are ahead of you in the industry. Okay, and then it can also help you build a certain level of authority. You know, now if you have LinkedIn and you don't even have a web design or a website, one of the things that happens is that you are ranked higher And now I read a study somewhere that now AI rely on LinkedIn a lot for their references. This is how important LinkedIn is now. The opportunity normally goes to people who are visible. So you must understand that you cannot become a successful content creator or a successful creative when you are not on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is very important. All right. Let's go to the 5 steps that I have for you to use your phone to learn. So your smartphone, the first thing I want you to know is I want you to learn a skill. After learning a skill, I want you to practice daily. Work on the skills daily. Don't just do it 3 months and you come back. No, be consistent in it. Practice on your own daily. And then 3, every day share your journey online. Oh, I'm taking the course here at Coursera. Today I did one. This is my certificate. This is what I learned. This is what the lecturer said. And then have the knowledge and intentionality of building a network. Okay, when people follow you, follow back, send them a message, connect with them, and then try and market your services. Don't be shy. Okay, let nobody buy, but they will know that you have something valuable to say. With time, you create enough confidence, you build enough testimony, and people will jump on it. So these are the 5 steps I want you to do. Learn a skill, practice daily, share your journey online, build a network, and offer your services. All right. Common mistake people do when they come on social media or normally when they use their phone to do is that these mistakes, I don't want you to do them. Do not spend your whole day consuming content. There's a well-being app or well-being portion on your phone where you can say, anytime I am on my phone or go to the TikTok app or Facebook app, you can set a 20-minute time limit. Anytime I'm on for 20 minutes, remind me. Do not consume all your day on social media. Do not go to work at 4, get to work at 8:30, close at 5, come home at 7, and then you sleep at 1, but you are watching TikTok throughout. Do not do that. 2, do not have the mistake of waiting for motivation. I feel that I need a certain level of motivation so I can do what I'm doing. Do not do that. Do not also look for quick money. When I started, I was looking for quick money. I went to crypto, I lost a whole lot. But I understand that money follows value. Okay, if I have the skill set, if I have that, any shortcut will cut me short. So I always do that. Learn skills, build value, and then don't over. I don't know whether it's anxiety for money. There's this thing. I remember there was I think we're sharing money. Then people will share 200 Ghana. They'll give it to one person. And at the point, it was not sustainable. Okay, learning without practicing. Don't do that. Like today that you've gone to this session and you are watching. After you are done with this session, kindly go home and practice, or take your phone and start to build. Another mistake is that do not have value without having a personal brand. Don't do this mistake at all. All right. So your smartphone can be a classroom for you. It can be a portfolio. It can be a marketing tool. It can be a networking tool. It can also be a business tool and an income tool for you. All right. So don't just see your phone as the phone that I used to watch TikTok. I used to reply messages. But it can be a learning classroom for you. You can use your phone to build a quality digital portfolio where people can see and say, okay, this person is valuable. It can become a marketing tool for you to network with people and all that. All right. So I have a 30-day challenge for you. The 30-day challenge I have here for you is that I want you to, for the next 30 years, learn one digital skill, spend 1 hour daily, create one project, and post your progress online, and try your best to connect with professionals. All right. A call to action is that I want you to ask this question to yourself. It's not that you don't have the right phone. The question is, how am I using my phone the right way? Future opportunity is already in your pocket. Your future opportunity and job is already in your pocket. Yes. So thank you so much for joining. This is a very short session. You can re-watch it if you want to connect with me. My name is Saviour on all platforms. Kindly go ahead and join me and let's have a discussion. The phone in your hand can either distract you from your future or help you create it. So connect with me, send me a question. And remember, this is part of our strategy of building awareness to our program, Creators Economy Conference. If you're a content creator, just send me hi in the comment section. I have a wonderful one complimentary ticket for you. Anybody that will send me hi. It's going for 150 cities. You can join online or physically attend. We are bringing experts from all over Ghana come and teach you how to earn a living through content creation. You're going to hear from us again. Until then, my name is Kwasi. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.